Yeah, I do. I'm doing alright.
Inquisitor, the Argos are detecting significant hostile forces on this level. Are you absolutely sure you want to go in alone?
I can't allow the Xenos to take the Alpha Pariah. Knowing what I do about it, it could have catastrophic consequences. I've noticed a sudden swarm of cherubim. What is happening, Margos?
By restoring the power grid, you have activated the local cherub shrine.
Are these cherubim performing surveillance on this level?
This is their standard behavior pattern after an extended hibernation cycle. If I may give you some advice, you can access the information gathered at the cherubim shrine.
Good. It would be useful to know more about the Eldar forces before barging in.
I will send your soul into the war.
have breached the main cherub mainframe, Inquisitor.
I want to see what these constructs have recorded since they woke up.
Another Venus race.
Teleport beacon in range.
The Harbinger's fate resonates in the future. We're at the crossroads, where oblivion looms close.
The one who sees his own doom can better avoid its path.
Spare me. She is dangerous. If we choose poorly, not even the Whispering God can save us.
She is magnificent, isn't she? Like the death of a son.
Her sheer existence fills me with revulsion. But still, she's just a monkey, and a weapon waiting to be used.
Quite the contrary. She has finally taken the stage. Everything will unfold from here.
Then we should play our parts too. Warriors, proceed! The Harbinger's fate resonates in the future.
Analysis. The Alpha subject has been manifesting powers currently unlisted in the classified Psyker Index.
This must be another manifestation of the unique abilities I witnessed on the Martyr. I must secure her immediately. Waiting for you, Eldar.
This is Inquisitor Kraybart speaking on behalf of the Ordo Hereticus of the Holy Inquisition. We have received your code-red astropathic transmission, and our fleet is calculating arrival vector as we speak. Prepare to join our forces shortly.
Reinforcements are almost there. Why don't you just wait for them?
The Alpha Pariah has no control over her abilities. She will react to danger fiercely. And the Ordo Hereticus are not famous for their patience. Are you trying to flee the mayhem of your own doing?
I am nothing but an observer of the unfolding tragedy.
Stop speaking in riddles. What tragedy?
The Harbinger was brought into existence for a reason. She is either the fall or the last hope of your misguided kind.
Is she now? Tell me everything about the Alpha Pariah, or I will kill you.
You have no sense of timing, human. We will meet again at a more suitable place and time.
What in the name of the Emperor was that creature?
An Eldar Harlequin. They are fierce warriors who turned war into an art form. They are agile, Enigmatic and fearsome enemies.
The persistence of your kind, Monkey, almost makes you interesting.
I will not rest until I have secured the Imperial subject.
Why? She is unnatural. She is everything we both consider repugnant.
And that is totally irrelevant to the situation.
Still, you don't need to be concerned about her. We will need her alive.
Precious craft world. Another memory crystal. It might contain new clues.
Stay away from me! Did you see what I did to those Elder?
Yes, I saw it. You did what you had to do.
Why have you come back for me? I thought you had abandoned me.
I only left the Martyr because I had no choice. But the machine's spirit reached out to me. It's still protecting you.
And what if I want to stay here? Will you kill me then?
Are you not even curious about what you really are? Don't you want to know what you could become?
That's all I've ever wanted. But you didn't answer my question.
It was a foolish question and you don't want to hear the answer. But follow me and we may achieve great things.
I'll go with you. I don't feel I have any choice, anyway.
Inquisitor Crabart, you may be relieved to know that I have completed my mission, without your assistance.
We expected no less of you. However, I demand that you cease your involvement in this matter and place the Martyr and that Alpha Pariah into Ordo Hereticus custody.
I will do no such thing, Inquisitor Crabart. I have started this investigation and I intend to finish it.
Other Tiberius was a heretic. The Martyr has clearly been a hotbed of heretical activity. This is Ordo Hereticus jurisdiction, and we will purge every last hole of that accursed ship.
The decks are swarming with daemons. Are you prepared to start a jurisdictional dispute with the Ordo Malleus as well?
I don't like your tone, Inquisitor. Not one bit.
We could make a compromise. I can give up the investigation on the Martyr, but the Alpha subject is the most intriguing asset for the Imperium we've had. I must study your abilities.
I usually don't compromise, but considering your stellar achievements in the fight against heresy, I am willing to make an exception.
I sense a but coming.
But we might need your help as well. A sudden outbreak of potentially chaos-related infestation on Cascadia Prime requires attention. We need our forces on the Martyr. If you are willing to investigate the infestation, you can take the Alpha subject with you. The Martyr cannot leave this system, though.
I can accept that compromise.
Inquisitor, you promised me answers. Then you put me in another prison cell.
You are free to wander the vessel.
Right, so I'm allowed to leave this ship, where everyone is horrified or disgusted by me for reasons I don't even understand.
You are the subject of a highly classified inquisitorial investigation, and you must be kept under constant surveillance.
So a prisoner. What have I done to deserve such fate?
You've done nothing wrong. Yet. However, Tiberius abandoned you before you could perfect and expand your talents. Therefore, you pose a potential threat.
I don't know anything about that. I just have this energy inside me, squeezing, stretching, sometimes snapping, and then bad things happen. Like when the Martyr arrived at that fort.
What happened?
I was in a haze. I remember that the talking flesh servants on the walls were screaming at me to hide, but I couldn't. And those Elder came for me. Then I woke up properly and made them hurt.
We will study your abilities properly. I will make sure that you only use them when it's necessary.
Inquisitor, I have completed the preliminary tests on the samples from the Cascadia Prime. The results are fascinating.
Fascinating has different meanings for each of us.
I will need more samples. The plague is clearly of warp origin, most probably caused by an as yet unrecorded pathogen.
The infection is spreading like wildfire through the hive. You scum, the treacherous cultists have already begun exploiting the situation, leading an open rebellion.
According to Vox report,
The area has been secured.
Apologies for ruining the moment of victory, but the sensors show large forces headed towards you.
Is the local Vox station still operational?
According to the readings, it is.
I'll go there and call in reinforcements.
Pain is salvation.
Captain Logren of the 12th Cascadian Regiment reporting for duty.
That's ease, Captain. I need an update on the situation in the Hive.
It is really bad, Inquisitor. The upper hive has been overrun by these insane freaks. We have entire zones, dead and silent, that have entirely succumbed to this unholy plague.
Gather your forces, Captain, and assist me. The Emperor will guide us through these tribulations, Captain. At your command. Margos, I need your opinion on these unholy outfits.
The growths on the cadavers look post-mortem. Probably organic viral transmitters. My theory is that the pustules are emitting gaseous pathogens to hasten up the spreading of the plague.
For the Emperor!
Hey, Bill, how you doing? I heard that there was some DLC for that one.
You have secured the first key location. A small victory.
Free DLC, that's good.
Victory nonetheless. That's exactly what our soldiers need in this situation.
Charge! I said charge! Charge! For the Emperor! At your command. For the Emperor!
It is what it is. It's part of giving players more choices. And, you know, you and I and people who are like us, we can just ignore it and not interact with it. It's not going to be an issue unless they force it into conversation. So, that being said, I'm going to watch some gameplay before I actually commit to buying it. Because if it's just in the character creator, then we can ignore that. But if it's forced into conversation, then that's a different problem.
For the Emperor!
Yep, that's been around for a while, and there's even a Type 3. VG3 had it too. Cyberpunk also had say them and trans option.
Making progress, I see. That's the
Yeah,
second
Type 1 and
location
Type 2
secure.
body types
Cut
have been
through
around
the
for a
mutant
long
rabble
time.
Inquisitor. Cleanse the taint of chaos from this hive.
Yeah, after the Veil Guard, I think I'm gonna see some gameplay before I commit to buying Avowed.
The plague is indeed the
See how
result
bad
of an
that is, see how good or bad it is.
mutagenic pathogen Nurgle.
Maybe watch Co
Only a
Carnage play
very
it or
powerful
something.
entity of chaos is capable of creating something like that.
The analysis of the patterns verified my theory. The outbreak originated from a specific location in
Like,
this lower half.
The
Send me
gameplay
the
looks
coordinates.
like it would
But
be
first
fun.
we need to purge
And
this area. Otherwise this hive.
looks like a graphically good-looking game.
Kill the heretic.
And it's the type of game I like. But I want to see if it has any issues that would be a deal breaker for me. Well, that's the funny thing with the Veil Guard. I did see gameplay of it, and I got it anyway.
Take it like a man, Guardsman.
I should have just wait. I should have just kept. I should have just kept the EA Play version and just played that and not bought it. It was definitely not worth it. The game was mid at best, and it's got a lot of issues.
Eradicated.
Take it like a man, guardsman.
That's the other thing too with Avowed is maybe I'll wait for DLC if there is any, and wait for it to come in the big package. It's Game of the Year package that comes with everything. Because I know with a game like that, I would want to get everything if I get it at all. And that'd give me plenty of time to see if it's got any of that stupidity that the Veilguard had in it. The cringy dialogue and the forced they-them nonsense. And yeah, with the Veilguard, it was definitely forced. It was artificially shoehorned in there. Yep, and a lot of bug fixes and stuff, which is what the people who are paying the extra $20 are paying for, by the way. They're paying to beta test to make sure that shit is lesser on release. And given that it is Obsidian, there will likely be bugs that launch. And there will likely be some really silly ones. It will probably be buggy when it launches. Look at New Vegas, for example. Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, that being said, that's another good reason to wait. That's another reason to not pull the trigger on the pre-order. I thought it was funny last night, Durania mentioned the cringy dialogue in the Veilguard. He was like, who the hell even writes this? It was so bad. And I was like, yep, that was my thought on a lot of the dialogue in the Veilguard. Yeah, New Vegas needs more patches now, though. But the other thing with New Vegas is Good Old Games is actually doing doing a lot of work on their end to support the game to make it work well on modern hardware. So regardless of what Obsidian may or may not do with it, and Bethesda, Good Old Games wants to preserve it for the future, so they're trying to make sure that it continues to work and that it does work on current hardware. And they're doing that with with quite a few old games. Basically, that whole Internet Archive preservation thing, where they're charging a little bit of money so they don't get in trouble with the copyright people, and also because it costs them a little bit to do the work. But mostly so that the copyright people don't come after them for giving away games for free. They might. I can't remember what was all on their list.
The afflicted section's been cleared. I will return to the ship before heading into the bowels of the city.
May I remind you that as long as the pathogen remains virulent in the host population, your achievement will be temporary.
When I burn out the source of this blasphemous plague, the official Medicae can deal with the survivors. This wretch was more than a simple grunt. It might have something that could tell me more about this plague. The entity that orchestrated this outbreak might still be on this world.
Perhaps you should evaluate the option to capture it alive, Inquisitor.
Always on the hunt for forbidden knowledge, right, Margos?
Onwards! Toppling the guardsmen!
Yeah, and I think they're planning on updating and getting it working on modern hardware. I know they're doing that with a lot of old games now. Like, they just announced in 10, they mentioned Fallout New Vegas specifically, and a few other games. I think that's pretty cool, and that more people should do that. Or at least more people should work with them
We
on
know
that.
that the Alpha Pariah has the unique ability to completely destroy demons instead of simple banishment. But we have no idea how that works.
True. The data we have on her abilities is scarce, and her previous encounter with a greater demon on the Martyr could be an anomaly.
That is why I want her to join me on the chaos-infested world during my mission. Her powers could purge the infestation.
You are experimenting with a live subject, Inquisitor. An idea worthy of a tech priest.
Sometimes you need to resort to unorthodox methods, I suppose.
I will prepare the Alpha subject and have the teleportarium ready when you call for her.
The time has come for you to join me on a priority mission. It is time to test your abilities and determination.
Before I say anything, what am I supposed to do?
We will enter a hive in the thralls of a chaos infestation. I want you to employ your powers to put an end to that foul contamination.
No! Absolutely not! I lived through that nightmare countless times. Walls thick with muck, shambling shadows on the corridors, the growling of those creatures. No!
Your fear of chaos is understandable, but you are far from defenseless. And this was not a request, by the way.
Are you willing to kill me if I disobey? Or am I too valuable for that?
Your powers could save our blessed Imperium from the forces of darkness, and it shall be so.
Really? You know what is more terrifying than chaos? That I lose control over my powers.
If you disobey, I will turn you over to the Margos biologists and her servo-chirurgans. You will not die. You only wish you had.
I don't... Yes, I understand. I will go with you.
You are approaching the site where the plague originated. Beware. The sensors are indicating increasing warp activity in the area.
Splendid. This Nurgle infestation is a gift that keeps on giving. In any case, it is the perfect
Yeah, I
opportunity
think
to
like
test the
Neverwinter and
Alpha
stuff was on
Pariah's
the list for
unique
GOG's
abilities.
preservation project. Like they legally can't give away the games that they're preserving, so they sell them for really cheap.
I don't even know what I should do.
Just do whatever you have already done several times when you tried to protect yourself.
For the Emperor.
Recoil, unclean!
Pain is salvation.
Repent.
Eradicated.
Regarding your uncertainties, I wonder why Uther Tiberius didn't shrink.
Uther was a genius, but also a terrible mentor.
If it helps, I'm inclined to avoid his mistakes.
It
Not fire bad, but I got a
helps
free
a little.
I got a
Yes.
free resurrect out of that, so that's okay. I get one freebie.
If I can't silence the alarm, I'll face some serious resistance. Not the time for this. Die, unclean.
Just hide behind my retinue for now.
On the bright side, find silence.
Kiss of death.
Yeah, so I think that's a pretty cool way to preserve games for the future. Is people like that people need to do that more often. Just make sure the old games work on current hardware. I think that's a good thing.
You know, Inquisitor, it was a bold choice to bring me here. Has it occurred to
I think
you
it's a
that
pretty
maybe
cool thing
you
they're
are
doing.
the one who should be afraid of me?
Are you threatening me?
I'm
Yeah,
just pointing
I
out
think
the
they were
fact that I
inspired
have
by
no
the
control
Internet
over my
Archive trying to
abilities.
preserve all video
That's all.
games for future generations. Because copyright people got mad at them because they're offering their service for free.
Guilty of heresy.
So a good way to get around that is to charge a little something, even if it's only $1.
Purged.
It is time. Unleash your powers on the Horde.
Are you sure you want me to do this?
This is your destiny. This is what you are. Should you fail to comply, you will probably die.
It is too much. I don't know if I can control it. Yes, I can do this. Perish!
By the Emperor. Her powers are definitely growing, but she has no control over her abilities. Tech Priest, I need her back on the ship now.
Experiencing recurring calibration problems. Warp anomalies combined with the subject's distortion field are hindering return teleportation.
This location is extremely unsafe for her.
Correct. Sensors indicate large hostile forces inbound.
I need the Space Marine down here. You can send him down here, right?
It was wise of you to call for me, Inquisitor. No one will withstand my righteous fury.
Try to keep your head clear, Thorn, and focus on the protection of the Alpha Pariah. Her survival is paramount.
Rest assured, not a single abomination will live long enough to get to her.
Tech Priest, why haven't you evacuated the Alpha Pariah yet?
Calibrating teleportarium sequences. Chance of failure calculated unacceptable. Suggestion: nullify the source of Imperium fluctuations.
That was hardly a revelation. Find a solution.
Kiss of death.
Tell me, Inquisitor, is this young woman really worth all this trouble? Not that I need any excuse to kill the filth. Just wondering.
She is an Imperial citizen, Thorn, and a very important one at that.
She is also a pariah. And I just can't help feeling instant, deep revulsion when I'm around her. Not to mention her unnatural powers.
She can destroy demons, Thorn. The galaxy is burning, and those powers are the most valuable assets we have ever had against the ruinous powers.
Perish, filth.
I did not appreciate that thing jumping at me very much. They're...
Calibration complete. Estimated chances of successful teleportation are currently at 95%.
What happens to the Sergeant and the Alpha Pariah in the case of an unsuccessful teleport?
No fire.
Their physical
Fire
bodies will
not
disintegrate.
right fire.
Regarding the spiritual component, you can access reference material flagged as unconfirmed.
If we lose the Pariah due to a
know what
faulty
killed me.
teleport, there will be consequences.
I don't know what killed me. I was far away from all that.
Kill the person. Plunge it into your purse.
Do you see how fragile your master's so-called Imperium is? How imperfect you all are? This insight is a gift from our benefactor.
Who would that be? Another pitiful traitor yearning for vengeance on his former kind?
Alas, I cannot share his name with you, but rest assured, his genius will turn the Karagari sector into the most beautiful garden of Nurgle.
Not on my watch. I will burn out this rot with the sacred fire of the Emperor.
Such fervor! A true pity that I must kill you so abruptly. Why not? Your flesh will spawn wonderful gifts for the Grandfather.
Oh, no. Oh, thanks. That to yourself. I'll join that fight later.
This is most disturbing. The entire epidemic was a ploy to lure Inquisitors here.
Yeah, that seems kind of obvious to me at this point.
Target eliminated.
By the Emperor, the primogenitor.
Inquisitor, I've been expecting you. I am truly disappointed, though, that you came alone.
Spare me the grand monologue, you abomination!
I've been hunting your kind for a long time, but I never dared to hope that the Dark Gods would send me the one who has the Alpha Pariah. Tell me, where is she now?
I'd suggest you prepare for more disappointment, creature.
The Anathema Ultima, the Alpha Subject. Call her whatever you want, but she is mine! I have been trying to reclaim my precious experiment since that perfidious Tiberius cheated her out of my hands!
You might begin to see a pattern here.
Oh no, I will take you alive, Inquisitor. We will experiment, you and I, to see where the threshold of suffering lies for you. Then you will be ready to denounce your master and beg for my forgiveness.
Eradicated.
Hey, you talked there. Let's see if you can back that up.
I find your dedication to a decaying emperor most commendable. However, I have disturbing news for you, Inquisitor. You simply can...
Fabius Bile! Your existence is a curse upon this world. Judgment will finally find you.
Another Inquisitor? Wow. This plan seems to be working splendidly, if I do say so myself.
For your innumerable crimes, your sentence is death. Delivered here and now.
You are wasting the dwindling resources of your pathetic Imperium. I am one of many. Even if you succeeded, you would accomplish nothing. But you won't.
Lies upon lies. The judgment of the Emperor is upon you, heretic.
Inquisitor, next time I expect you to bring what belongs to me. Until then...
You set me up, Inquisitor. What's worse, you have risked an extremely important Imperial asset. I shall bring this to the Conclave.
Spare me the indignation. My order knew that Fabius Bile is here in the Caligari sector, and we have been hunting for that traitor for a very long time.
And from your perspective, the demise of Bile is the ultimate priority.
Obviously. Appreciate the irony, Inquisitor. Bile set a trap for us that we used to entrap Bile.
And still he escaped. I strongly advise that you refrain from using the Alpha Pariah as bait in the future.
Inquisitor, we have a breach on the lower levels. We are under attack by a Dark Elder raiding party.
The Drukhari? Cowardly marauders attacking an inquisitorial ship?
It is strange indeed, but right now my main concern is that my ship is crawling with sadistic Xenos pirates.
Calm down. I will show them the error of their ways.
The Tech Priest has stationed a host of combat servitors on the decks. The automator will slow them down, but only temporarily.
I'm on my way. I'll take Thorn with me.
I'll be right back in just a minute. I need to use the restroom. And bye.
I'm beginning to appreciate the persistence of these Dark Elder. They give me ample opportunity to strike fear into their rotten hearts.
The Drakari breach through Theta 7, so they will have to cut through here on their way to the vaults.
Well, they can try. There is a maintenance hole ahead. We can take up defensive positions there.
We're in position. Your usual subtle tactics will suffice, Sergeant, I suppose.
We really shouldn't overcomplicate these matters. I will heap the corpses high as a tribute to the Emperor.
Looks like your wish will be granted. We should expect several waves of hostiles.
my fair share of foul Xenos, but I haven't encountered such twisted creatures before.
Those were the homunculi. I wasn't expecting to see the Drukhari marshal their most terrible abominations against us. They are insane flesh sculptors and depraved torturers. Beasts most foul.
You're living on borrowed time, but not for long.
Here! Kill every last one of the filthy vermin that breaks through the doors!
Was an almost admirable display of cruelty and destruction for an inferior creature. I wish I had time to shape you into a more suitable form.
You still need to prove yourself to your master with gifts?
Krasashtak is the most dreadful marauder in these systems, but he is not my master. He is a generous patron, though.
We are done with the rebel. But where is the leader? I want to tear that cowardly worm apart.
The dreadful marauder didn't want to get his hands dirty.
Ah, what else would you expect from a Drukhari?
Inquisitor, bioscans are complete. The remaining Xenos invaders have been located.
Very well. They deserve a proper lesson for their arrogance.
Send your soul screaming into the wall.
No, the Xenos. Kill the Xenos.
You should be hiding in the wind. My sacred duty is to eradicate these Drukhari torturers from this sector.
Your sacred duty is to obey my commands, but I appreciate your passion.
be purified from this ship. Drukhari should have avoided this ship. Now, they will learn their lesson. Look at these sadistic wretches. They are a blight upon this galaxy. A diminishing blight.
Again when I killed your precious torturers.
Ah, they weren't that precious. A small price to pay for the entity you found.
Prepare for your judgment. Tell me, was it worth it?
Your small-mindedness is astonishing.
How did they know about the Alpha Pariah?
It is indeed a most pressing question. We cannot leave her unguarded. The Drukhari have proven that they are the masters of ambush, and they can strike with their cloaked vessels from the webway. From now on, you are on constant guard duty, Sergeant.
Understood, Inquisitor. although I still believe you could benefit more from my presence on the field of battle.
As per your request, I have executed thorough analytical sermons, focusing on the Alpha subject's mental stability.
Give me a brief update.
The Alpha subject seems to bear the traces of deep mental conditioning, most probably conducted during her early sessions with Uther Tiberius.
Does that affect her abilities?
Probably not. Her will is adamant, but it might result in erratic behavior, which is quite a risk with her capabilities.
Inquisitor, There is an astropathic message for you from an agent of the Ordo Xenos. The embedded emotional markings indicate that it is urgent.
Inquisitor. I am Inquisitor Theodon Mercer of the Ordo Xenos, currently stationed on Heliodor 4, vigorously protecting the Inquisitorial archives, with special regard to the sensitive materials stored in the vaults. I will cut to the chase. I urgently need your help. You are probably wondering why I have contacted you, and rightly so. The facility where I'm holed up is under the attack by the Tuatha Aldari. If I am not mistaken, you have already made their acquaintance. They are looking for classified Ordos material on... how shall I put it? On the unique presence you have on your ship. I hope I have your interest now. Help me out and I can promise you the answers you seek. I also have Amasek and cigars. The Emperor protects.
How can this Inquisitor know about the Alpha Pariah?
I have no idea. He left me no choice, though. I must find this Mercer and talk to him. Captain, this world is fighting off an Eldar invasion. The epicenter of this incursion is the Holy Archives of the Inquisition. Inquisitor Mercer, as the appointed guardian, must be there.
Something is causing severe interference in the target zone. We are trying, but the Archers are not functioning.
Whatever is causing the interference must be deactivated first. This memory crystal might be of use later.
Electro-anomalies are emanating from an unidentified piece of Xenos technology, located in a wage servant.
That must be the source of the interference.
Inquisitor, how nice of you to join me in this scuffle.
You have a knack for sending intriguing emergency messages. Why did the Eldar attack an Inquisitorial archive?
The Eldari seem to be displaying great interest in certain documents.
The Eldar brought an entire army just for some records.
Well, you can't really blame them for a few theatrics. Feel free to blame them for anything else, though.
Or they're trying to find some highly classified material.
Look, you have my full cooperation, but how about helping me out first? I've never been one for grand heroics, but soon I'll be out of options.
I have your look. Tell me, how does an Ordo Xenos agent end up guarding the archives on a backwater world?
I'm supervising the rituals of preservation for classified data.
So, you have been reprimanded. Why?
If I recall Lord Maldor's exact words, for being a reckless idiot who needs to learn the merits of patience. Alas, the rest is classified.
Inquisitors cannot be ordered around like servitors.
Trust me, if your only alternative is excommunication, you'll become quite cooperative.
The Eldari are using their webway gate to move in their force. Webway gate has been destroyed.
Oh, marvelous. No reinforcements for a while, then.
Not for long.
I've located and secured the entrance to the archives.
Feel free to visit me in my humble abode, then.
I will join you shortly, Inquisitor Mercer.
By all means. I don't want to force your hand, but my soldiers were overrun and the Eldari are closing in on the data vaults. I'll try my best to slow down this deranged Farseer, but some help would be appreciated. I'm afraid I'm fresh out of Amasek and cigars. But I have a new Eldari contingent moving in for all your entertainment needs.
These Eldar seem really persistent. It is time to combine our forces.
My thoughts exactly.
The wrath of the Emperor is upon you, Xenos.
Tell me more about these Eldar invaders.
They have arrived with a fairly substantial force, I'm afraid. Their Farseer will resort to his favorite tactics and use Wraith constructs to get to the data vault.
You sound like you know him very well.
Actually, we go way back. And in case you wondered, yes, his heartwarming visit is related to that unique person on your ship.
That is all classified. You should have informed me about the Farseer's information.
Have you ever tried making conversation with a Farseer? It's like interpreting a fever dream. I didn't even realize what his words meant at the time.
turrets have been destroyed.
That is a shame. Considering my history with the Conclave, I'm expecting an awkward conversation about the fate of the data vault.
Might still have some time. Why did the Eldar invade this place?
They must think that they'll find something here they can use to save their craft world. You must not forget that the Eldari are a dying race, clinging to every shred of hope.
Demonstrating almost alarming levels of empathy.
I don't know about you, but I could do with a stiff drink right now.
You seem quite flamboyant for an agent of the Holy Orders.
What can I say? I have spent decades in disguise as the rogue trader captain of the good ship Stormskipper. And certain things will rub off.
What exactly? Navigational skills? Haggling?
I'm quite proud of my meticulous paperwork. And I can always find a great inn in any void port.
Inquisitor, I wish to report for duty. We must defend the sacred archives from the Xenos scum.
Your primary objective hasn't changed, Sergeant. You must protect the Alpha Pariah.
With all due respect, Inquisitor, I feel that we are wasting my potential here. But I will obey.
Soul to the world.
So this is their target. This data vault stores classified inquisitorial records. Judging by the classification entries, the dossier on the Martyr investigation could also be here.
The Eldar must have been trying to locate the Martyr.
I'd rather put it differently. They have been definitely after the Alpha Pariah.
It's possible. She could be the most potent tool for cleansing their infested craft world.
Absolutely. Therefore, they will not retreat until their Farseer is dead.
Inquisitor Mercer, fate has brought us together again.
I wish we had met under different circumstances.
This is the path we must walk, and it ends here for one of us. Before I become part of the Infinity Circuit, you must know something.
You could begin with the truth.
We never wanted to harm that unique individual. We only wanted to take her to our craft world.
You wanted to cleanse your dying world?
That is our only purpose.
And why did you need these Imperial archives?
I have no interest in your petty secrets, but I saw that you would come. You, the key to the Anathema Ultima. The Harlequin warned us not to take this path, but we didn't have any choice.
What can you tell me about the Harlequin?
She cannot be trusted. She has her own agenda. She walks the seventh path. Her fate is linked to the Whispering One.
I have answered your plea and launched a rescue operation to save you. You still owe me some answers about the Alpha Pariah.
I'll be completely honest with you. I can't answer your questions. Wait! Don't do anything impulsive. I know someone who can help you.
And who would that be?
A Harlequin. You'll be pleased to hear that you have already met her.
You are playing a dangerous game here, Inquisitor.
This is not a game, and we both know the Harlequins hold the key to many secrets. I'm talking about the fabled Black Library, of course. The source of all ancient and forbidden knowledge.
The existence of the library is known only to a few Eldar, and even fewer are allowed to enter.
The Harlequins are the exception. See? It was worth hearing me out.
I don't like the way you've set me up, Inquisitor. But I need answers. Do you happen to know where I can find this Harlequin?
As a matter of fact, I do. On the planet Loriarch.
The exterminated maiden world of Craft World Tuathal.
One of the few truly charming corners of the subsector.
I can only imagine. This is my next destination, then.
Careful down there, Inquisitor. The world is crawling with Tyranids.
My main concern is not those Xenos, but another one in particular. Are you certain that Harlequin?
I am, as much as one can be certain about Harlequins. But I know her, and I'm confident you'll meet her.
It is surprisingly quiet at the moment.
The Tyranids are hibernating, but trust me, your arrival will stir them up mightily.
A precise and surgical strike is what I need now. Send me the coordinates of the Harlequin.
There are 3 webway gates in the area. The Harlequin could be near any of them.
I'm still perplexed by the ferociousness of the Tyranids without their hive fleet.
It is indeed remarkable. The Xenos recognize the futility of a full-scale invasion and use the available biomass to infect as many planets as they could.
Still, eventually they were purged by the
Inquisitor, I have troubling news. Judging by the Argo reconnaissance, the entire area is showing Tyranid activity on immense scale.
That might be problematic. It sounds like I have to face a Xenos army.
May I make a proposal? Why don't we recruit Noble Sakaradok, the pilot of the Crimson Wanderer again?
It's a sound idea, Captain, but he could be anywhere in the sector.
How's that saying go about plans extending beyond contact with the enemy?
Well, it's happens. If the surgical strike does not work, we can always try brute force.
Cleansing shots fired.
I rarely say this, Inquisitor Mercer, but considering the fate of this world, I'm beginning to understand why you treat the Eldari as potential allies.
We fear the alien, and for a very good reason. But sometimes, you need to recognize that some of them are waging the same hopeless war for existence in a hostile galaxy that we are.
I found you into the heresy.
Inquisitor Mercer, do you have any idea what the Harlequin is trying to achieve on an infested planet?
First of all, it used to be their world. I'd say the Eldar regard it as their world still. Harlequins are attracted to the sites of great tragedies.
What is so unique about this planet?
This used to be an Eldari maiden world, at a hub in the webway. Numerous gates are still intact.
So she can dance between the webway and real space. A perfect hideout for a Harlequin.
Pain is salvation. Pain is salvation.
Oh, now I'm beginning to see why the threat of the isolated Tyranid diaspores led the Adeptus Mechanicus to order exterminators.
Yes, that was the sad fate of this maiden world.
The current situation proves, though, that even an exterminatus might not be enough.
What is more disturbing is that this proves that this particular hive mind acted like a highly intelligent being and used cold logic.
Eradicated. Purged.
We must talk, Harlequin. Seriously this time. I've fought my way here.
No, human. You have barely started fighting. The true battle only begins now.
My tolerance for your riddles has not increased greatly since last time.
Still, You are exactly where you need to be. Not far from here, upon the plains of despair, where the towers no longer sing laments, lies the ruin of the Shrine of the Prophecy.
I've warned you about talking in riddles, haven't I?
Your kind call it the Viscerum Prophecy. That is where the corrupted wanderer, the one you call Uther Tiberius, followed the same visionary words.
Tell me about the shrine.
Why? You would not understand it. The shrine holds great power, which is why the Devourers are drawn to it. I will lead you there once the path is clear.
And if I refuse to play my part in your wicked theatrics?
Then the Nexus will open, and its purple gaze will fall upon your falling empire, Inquisitor.
You sound just as insane as I thought. However, I have an idea about that swarm.
I will join you in the endless dance of death after you have walked through fire and flames.
I have good news. The Freeblade Knight is awaiting deployment against the Tyranids, and Sir Ambrose Caradoc is currently reciting the prayers of sacred recalibration in the hangar.
That zone is the epicenter of the infestation. He needs to be prepared.
Another heroic quest to cull the enemies of mankind. Glory to the Emperor!
I admire your sense of dedication, but focus on your mission. The threat you are about to face is immense.
What else would a solitary knight seek, if not a relentless battle? And a victory against all the odds!
The zone of your current engagement is swarming with Tyranids. I must also warn you about the venomous clouds obstructing large areas.
Trust me and the Crimson Wanderer, my brother in battle.
I am not your battle brother, sir, but I wish you a good fight. You must clear the entire area so the Inquisitor can proceed to the target location.
I must warn you, Knight, that the vaporous discharge you have entered is of an extremely corrosive nature.
A mere whiff of foul Xenos stench cannot harm my glorious war machine.
Quite the contrary. The acidic fog can significantly damage the plating of your Knight.
Blast! Full speed ahead! Will this unholy tide ever subside? The Wanderer is wading knee-deep in their corpses, and still they fight.
I feel your frustration, pilot. I have fought the Tyranids only once. Rest assured, of all the filth in the galaxy, I hated those abominations the most fiercely.
And I just gotta go hunt down the rest of the tier. Apparently I need to exterminate all of them. That's not a problem for me. I don't mind killing Tyranids. Kind of annoying because I have to go look for them. Oh no, my map is showing me where the Tyranids are, so that's good.
The Squire Skulls are reporting new activity. The massacre has drawn out the Synapse creature as expected.
My experience in Xenos matters is limited to fighting them, Inquisitor. Is this development good or bad?
It is quite subjective, I'm afraid. You will be facing a truly monstrous creature. However, it also possesses a psychic power that unites the Tyranids of his swarm. So killing it makes them lose control.
But that is great news! The more dangerous the opponent, the more glorious the victory! Abomination! With the blaze of my blessed weaponry, I will banish you from this planet! Inquisitor, the swarm is no more. The Crimson Wanderer has fulfilled its sacred duty. The area has been cleared. The machine spirit of my knight will need some soothing psalms after all this taint. You are free to proceed to the ancient shrine you seek, Inquisitor.
Alright, I think that's going to be all for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't done that already. Feel free to check out my links down in the description below. Thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. Hope you have a great one, and I'll see you all next time.